This is not me. I don't want to be a party pooper, but we talked the other day. I just think it's funny. I'm not mad at it. I think it's funny that the Warrior fan base within 3 months has suddenly been like, yeah, okay, Chris Paul. All right. 3 months ago, y'all hated him. And nothing has happened between then and now other than him looking at Kendra Andrews and going, you coaching? And now everyone's like, yeah, okay, Chris Paul, this is going to be great. That's funny. But furthermore, isn't it a fair question to be like, all right, guys, you're going against Dame and Giannis. You're going against the Boston Celtics, Jason and Jalen. Okay? You're going against the Phoenix Suns, KD, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. You're going against the Denver Nuggets reigning champs, Jamal Murray and Jokic. Okay? You're going against all of that, and you are showing up to the party with a bunch of people who have had their 35th birthday or are about to. Are we really expecting that to work?
Why not? Experience is king.
Experience.
These are players with experience.
You use the word experience because you don't want to use the word old.
I don't use words like old.
You don't?
It's all relative.
Okay.
Yes. If you think a 37-year-old is old, then what are you, Mark Willard? Knocking on the door of 50.
Not an NBA player.
Thank you.
And knocking on the door of 49. Thank you very much. And actually, I'm not even really knocking on the door. I am somewhere in the same area code on the way to the house.
You're on the path, and
I'm not even on the street yet.
You're on the property of 50, and that's the point. Is
down the street.
If you're asking for a 37-year-old Rudy Gay to play 32 minutes a night,
that's a problem.
75 times, yes, it's a problem. If you're asking him to come in and be,
hold on,
like how much did Andre Iguodala play last year?
None. But that's not what we're asking these players to do.
That's what you're asking Rudy Gay to be. You're asking him to come in and be a guy to play maybe 25 games and play 12 minutes a night.
But this isn't about Rudy Gay. They're asking Chris Paul to do that. Hell, they might start him for God's sakes.
They will start him.
And he's 38. He's 38. Okay? Steph Curry is 35.
Sure.
You are asking those guys to literally shoulder the team. And look, the last we saw Steph is fantastic. I am not here to tell you that these guys
Are you
can't
turning
play.
on Steph today?
I am not turning on Steph.
Just want to make sure that you're on the record.
I am scratching my head about the strategic approach. And I would like to know if this is more about basketball or is it more about finances? Because I have watched this movie before. Okay? The Lakers did this. The Lakers do this all the time. Think of all the greats in the NBA who come through LA at the end. It's almost as if LA knows, look, come here at the end. You'll be 36. We'll get you a Hollywood gig. You got a lot of entertainment stuff going. We'll set you up for your afterlife in the NBA. And that's why Carmelo and Dwight Howard and everybody just, come on, Steve Nash, let's come on through LA right here at the end of the career. It never works. It never works. I want badly to be wrong here, but as I look at the NBA landscape take shape today, the Dame Lillard trade goes down, I'm looking at the Warriors, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way about the age of their roster.
Well, there are two different things here because you were not going to be in the Dame Lillard sweepstakes unless you got rid of, Draymond and or Wiggins or made dramatic moves.
Oh, yeah, so you weren't going to be in on it.
The Dame Lillard news, to me, has no real impact on what you're trying to do. And Lillard, not a real spring chicken either. He's 32 last year.
Yeah.
He was the 58th oldest player in the association.
Yeah, but he would be like the fourth youngest Warrior who matters.
He'd be pretty young.
Yeah.
The Rudy Gay thing, don't even look at that because he may not even make the team. And if he does, he's not going to play that much. Rudy Gay last year played 56 games. He played 14.66 minutes a night. And that's honestly what you're probably going to get from Rudy Gay this year even less than that.
Yeah, I'm not
so
worried
it
about
doesn't
Rudy.
matter.
I'm not worried about Rudy.
Chris Paul, the reports of his demise, I think, are overstated. Yes, he got hurt in the playoffs, and he's been hurt in the playoffs a time or two in the last 3 or 4 years, but he's a guy who played 32 minutes a night. He played 59 games, which was, more than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
He played more basketball last year than Steph Curry.
I'm not sure that you're totally getting my point, though.
I'm getting it.
I'm not saying any of these guys are done. I'm not saying
You're
that
just
at all.
saying they're old.
I'm saying that collectively, I think it's a bad strategy in sports to show up, and when you look at the other best teams around the league, the first word that you bring up is experience. Oof. That ain't not
Well, how
going to
about
win.
pedigree? They've got championship pedigree.
Great.
Doesn't that matter?
Of course it does, but it's going to get beat by talent. And that's why the Lillard thing does matter to me. The Bucks got better today. I think there's an argument to be made that the Suns got better because they got deeper. I don't know that they got better, but they got deeper.
Yeah, I don't think they got better.
Well,
they got less scary to me as a Warriors fan.
I mean, why? Because Ayton's gone?
Yes. You don't have an answer for Ayton. And now he's in Portland.
They don't have an answer for Ayton? Ayton is not. When has he dominated the Warriors?
Just rebounding and shot blocking and the things that the Warriors don't really have.
I just think what the Suns gave up when they went star hunting for Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal was they gave up their depth. And I think today they replenished it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not that terrified by the Suns. And also, I look at the Warriors and the vets, and I'd love to see them add a couple of other 38 or 39-year-olds. Just get older. If Steve Kerr's not going to play young people anyway, and that's what everybody says, Steve Kerr won't play the young guys, then bring in more old guys.
Well, listen, here's where I will agree. If the Warriors want to contend this year, I hope everybody understands, not only will Wiggins need a very healthy and effective season, someone like Jonathan Kuminga will need to pop. Someone like that's going to need to take a step forward. From load management to injuries to just the mere fact of where the league landscape is, the guys who are all 33 plus are not going to be able to do this by themselves. They will not.
Yeah.
They absolutely will not. And oh, by the way, this whole thing, and we can get to this with Tim, this whole thing about, it doesn't matter who starts, it matters who finishes with Chris Paul. That lineup that everybody's just like, yeah, I bet it'll work. Are you kidding? Go ahead. Tim did this. Put that lineup, no Looney, but Chris Paul in. Go ahead and put it up against the Suns lineup. Tell me who's guarding who. And tell me how you're not down by 10 at the end of your first 5 minutes of the game.
Wow.
Explain it to me. Because they can't guard him. They can't.
If Phoenix can't guard the Warriors.
Yes, they can.
Exactly.
Yes, they can.
They can't stop Steph. Draymond's the orchestrator. Clay open threes. Wiggins slash into the bucket. Chris Paul in isolation. Warriors 27, the Suns 19, and they got to call timeout.
Oh, dear. Yeah, go ahead. Break up the most efficient lineup in the NBA.
Oh, stop.
Put a 38-year-old 6-footer in there who can't defend. Have a play. Great. Do it. Do it. Have fun. But you're going to give me my flowers when it's over.
You get no flowers.
Okay, fine. I don't want any flowers.